What is going on, Niner fans? Hold up, my phone here. We got to get it shined up. How are we doing? The Niners beat the Titans. They whooped them up. I mean, we'll talk about it. How are we feeling? The Niners are 10-4. They won 4 in a row. Listen, man, I'm gonna go live on Instagram too. How are we doing, guys? We won. We beat them up. We whooped them up. I would have liked to see the defense play better. They really have had a hard time getting to quarterbacks. The pass rush is kind of non-existent. I feel like that was my biggest takeaway. Yes, it was a great win. The offense really shined. We'll talk about the offensive performance, but, it's the Titans. They're a 2-win team, so you expect to beat them. But that defense just, it wasn't it. Tatum Bethune's not there. Nick Martin's not there. Kendricks hasn't played. So the linebackers have kind of been banged up. They couldn't stop the run. They were letting Cam Ward run. They were letting, Tony Pollard run. So I feel like that right there is going to be, something to keep an eye on, because in the playoffs, people are going to run the ball. But I'm not worried about these NFC teams. The NFC has taken a hit. I mean, I hate to say it, but, it's kind of balancing out. The Niners lost Nick Bosa. They lost Fred Warner. Packers, they just lost Micah Parsons. Like, holy crap, man. I hate the injuries, man. Prayers up to Mike Parsons. We know the Chiefs are eliminated, so the Niners don't have to deal with them in a possible Super Bowl showdown. And Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. That's horrible, but it's just not them. Players are getting banged up. The Rams, they had Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams go down in this game. We'll see what their status is later in the week, but they got a short week against Seattle. That's tough. Injuries are kind of, catching up around the league. The Niners had the bye week at week 14, kind of getting healthy, although, our defense could use some of those guys like Tatum Bethune, Sam O, et cetera, et cetera. But we'll get them back. And it was a Titans. So it was like, if there's a game you can afford to lose players, this was the game. But the Niners won against the Titans. Are 10-4, 4 games in a row. Kyle Shanahan got the dub on his birthday. Yo, listen, this team was moving the ball. Christian McCaffrey, he had the back injury, so they used a little bit of Brian Robinson today. It was kind of nice. They were passing the ball. Juwan Jennings, man, 3 catches, 2 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns in his last 6 games. This guy's incredible. Give him the wide receiver money, right? Give him the money. He hasn't complained. A couple of weeks ago, he got healthy, and he's been really playing very well. So shout out to Juwan Jennings, man. Unlike some receivers who complain, Juwan Jennings, he don't complain, just talk shit. You gotta love it. What else? Brock Purdy, 3 touchdowns. It had the fumble, but fumble was kind of it's a questionable call. But Brock Purdy, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He played really good. He almost had 300 yards today. I mean, again, it's the Titans. You should cook them up, and Brock Purdy did that. He looked great. Mobility, he was running, he was gunning, throwing on the run. I felt like he was really moving the ball well. 2 touchdowns to Jennings, and then the touchdown to George Kittle in the back of the end zone. That guy's amazing. George Kittle had another great game, and, offense was really moving the ball. Thomas Morstead was so hyped he didn't have to punt today. Gotta love that. You get to work and sit on your ass. Gotta love that. Again, defense definitely was probably the issue. No pass rush. That's going to be something to kind of keep an eye on moving forward. And again, linebackers. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying, "Oh, this secondary is terrible." Listen. The secondary is going to give up plays when you have no pass rush. The Niners lack, defensive players up front to get to the quarterback. That's it, plain and simple. The Niners cannot get to the quarterback, and when you don't have pressure on the quarterback, they're going to beat you most of the time. So, and shout out to the Titans, man. They played hard, 2-win team. They fought until the end. Cam Ward, really, I got some respect for that kid. Played well, number 1 pick of the draft. I was, not a Cam Ward guy, but he earned some respect from me today. I'll tell you this, before the game, I'm always getting content at the bottom, and stuff. So there was a moment where Cam Ward, he sees a Titans fan who had his Miami jersey. It was pretty cool. He had his Miami jersey and his Titans jersey. He was wearing the Titans jersey, and he was flashing the Miami jersey. So he goes over there, hops the barrier, and he's like, "Can you sign it?" He's like, "Yeah, I bet." And so he throws him the jersey, has a marker, throws him the marker, bites the cap off, signs the Miami Hurricanes jersey. Then, boom, he takes off his jersey he's wearing. It's cold out there, shirtless, throws him the Titans jersey, signs it. I thought that was pretty cool by Cam Ward. So earned some respect from me, and he played pretty well. So can't hate on the kid, young boy. So how's everybody doing, though? Niners got the win. And the Niners could get the number 1 seed. If the Seahawks beat the Rams, which is a possibility, Although you see Sam Darnold in big games, it's kind of like a he's not good. He's not good. So today the Colts almost beat them, but the Seahawks were able to hold on. But then again, the Rams are going to be banged up going into this Thursday night game. This Thursday night game is going to feed families. It truly is. This Thursday night game is going to feed families in the Bay Area and everywhere around the country. It's going to be a good ass game. So it's going to be great. NFC West. If the Seahawks can beat the Rams and then the 49ers can win out, get the number one seed. That's actually crazy to me. So, yeah, Rivers should have thrown for the first down. I agree. Rivers played. Listen, man, I got respect for Rivers. This dude played pretty good. He hasn't played games in like over 1,800 days. It was a stat, something like that, 5 years. He came out, almost beat Seattle, who has a really good team, a great defense. To push him to the end, to the brink, to the end of the game, he's a Hall of Famer, man. Like, wow. Good for Phillip Rivers. I'm a little worried. It's going to be cinema next week. Phillip Rivers against the Niners, Monday Night Football in Indianapolis. Man, I want to win that game, but I don't know. Phillip Rivers, he's got to win one of these games. I don't know. It's going to be tough. DeForest Buckner should be coming back next week against the Niners. Revenge for DeForest Buckner, revenge game. If he comes back, he's been injured. He's been on the injured reserve list for the last couple of weeks, so he should be able to come back next week. If he gets activated against the Niners, he's coming for blood. So we'll see. But yeah, we're not worried about the Colts right now. It's going to be a fun Monday night game, and it's going to be a great Sunday night game against the Bears the week after that. So the NFC is wide open, guys. It is absolutely wide open. I'm having fun this season. 10 wins. I mean, it sucks that we lost a lot of players, but to have 10 wins right now and be in a position to probably get the number one seed or at least compete in the playoffs with this roster is just banged up. It's insane, man. It's a wild season, but I am a little worried about this defense and can they stop teams when it comes down to the nitty gritty. But yeah, I'm not too worried. Like the Eagles have kind of been falling apart. The Rams are banged up. Seattle, I don't trust Sam Darnold. He's a pumpkin in the playoffs. Tampa Bay, I don't know what happened to them. Carolina squandered. They lost to the Saints just like the Bucs did last time. These NFC South teams, they don't want it, man. It's going to come down to the Bucs and Carolina. They got 2 games in the last 3 weeks of the season. That's going to determine the NFC South. Like, it's absolutely crazy to me that Carolina just sold that game against the Saints, man. Saints playing spoiler. And again, these teams at the end, I know they're like, when you're playing bad teams, sometimes they don't care about their record. They want to play spoiler and build towards the next season. So you never know. Julia says today's dub is definitely good medicine post Cena retirement. Yeah, man. And shout out to George Kittle. Throw a little shout out to John Cena on his caption. Can't see me. How's Pearsall? Says Steven Reynolds. What's up, Steven? Have to talk to you in a minute. Pearsall, they're gonna run some tests tomorrow. They're gonna do some imaging, some MRIs. He had an ankle injury and a knee injury. Kyle Shanahan says that he suspects that he irritated his PCL injury. Listen, I know Kyle Shanahan says he feels like he's going to be fine. The last time he had a PCL injury, it was 5 weeks. That's tough, man. That is tough. I think Demarcus Robinson's going to have to play a little bit more. Kendrick Bourne, Juwan Jennings, man. Shout out to Juwan Jennings. He's really stepped up. I think I posted his stats with like 28 catches, 33 targets or something like that, over 280 yards receiving, 6 touchdowns since November the 2nd against the Giants, man. He's really balling. So somebody's going to have to step up. They got Javon Baker that they signed the last week on the practice squad. Maybe they call him up. Jordan Watkins is there. I mean, yes, I think Ricky Pearsall could be fine. But, again, I expect him to miss time because that PCL, you re-aggravate an injury you had, that's a couple weeks right there. So he played really good, too. This is Ricky Pearsall, like a breakout game, man. Finally playing good. Finally getting the targets. Over 90 yards receiving. We had 95 yards receiving. Ricky Pearsall was playing so good. He hurt his ankle, comes back, plays good, and then he hurts his knee. I love Ricky Pearsall, but he's fragile, man. I hate to say he really is fragile out there. He's like a porcelain doll, but he's so goddamn good. When he's on, man. It's tough. Beast Mode says, any chance Fred comes back? I think he comes back if the Niners win the Super Bowl. I really do, man. This guy's sleeping in a hyperbaric chamber. Have you seen this man training? You guys seen the videos I've posted. This guy's unbelievable. Fred Warner, man, listen. Well, Brandon Aiyuk hasn't even been seen in a month. You got Fred Warner at the games, at the stadium, hyping up the team in a hyperbaric chamber and fucking playing his ass off or training his ass off. Brandon Aiyuk, this man, Kyle Shanahan said, I haven't even seen him in over a month. I haven't talked to the guy. I don't know where he is. This man, last time I saw Brandon Aiyuk, he posted a YouTube video of him getting chains, getting ice on his grill or whatever. He's getting chain gang. What? That's what you're doing? Kyle Shanahan just said, we haven't even seen you in a month. Two different mentalities. Leader, Fred Warner, and diva, Brandon Aiyuk. Unbelievable. What happened with Aiyuk? He's not showing up. He's done. They put him on the left squad, the list that says you left the squad. BA don't want to like Fred? Yeah, absolutely not. What does Aiyuk's situation mean for cap space? So they're going to get money back over the next couple of years. So obviously they had to pay him this year. But as long as they do a post-June 1st designate, if they release him after June 1st, they're going to recoup money back. They're going to get their money back. Like every year, at least $26 million back. So, they're going to take a couple of million dead cap hit, but they're going to get a lot of that money back. So they go sign someone. They're going to get their money back. Listen, it's like a credit card. Whoa, you declined it. You don't have the funds to pay. Brandon Aiyuk just threw away the money. He's not getting that money. He got his money this year. He's not getting all that money. The guarantees are voided. So crazy. How did he get paid this year? Because he started the season. He was on the roster, and your contract is for year to year. So after this year, though, they voided it. I mean, they had to pay him this year. He started the season on the roster. They thought he was going to play. They thought he was going to rehab and get better, and it didn't happen. So PWS says, which situation was worse, Campbell or Aiyuk? I mean, Campbell quit on the team, but he didn't cost the team millions of dollars, man. I mean, he got probably a small contract. Campbell was dog shit. But last year, our team was, they were banged up. They didn't play good. There was a bad season. I mean, Campbell is just a loser. I feel like Brandon Aiyuk was worse, man. He's a big-time receiver. They went all out of their way to kind of try to get him back. The negotiations were bad, and then they kept thinking he was going to come back, and then boom. I don't know, man. And now we really need a receiver with all these injuries. So I kind of feel like the Brandon Aiyuk situation's worse. Devondre Campbell was just a piece of trash. I can't stand that guy. I mean, he wasn't like an impact player. Brandon Aiyuk is an impact player. When he's healthy, he's your number one receiver. So F him, I guess. I mean, I don't want to wish him ill will. He might be going through something, but whatever he did, man, it just wasn't good. And, somebody asked a question. I think East Bay Chris, I love that guy's post. He posted on Twitter, and it sparked some debate. Which players like loss or leave from the team was worse, or like situation was worse? But Brandon Aiyuk, he put Aldon Smith, he put Reuben Foster, and then Chris Borland. Chris Borland left, shockingly shocked the team. He was supposed to be an up-and-coming guy. He had injuries to Patrick Willis. He took that role, and then eventually we got injury to Navarro Bowman. Like, Chris Borland would have been great, and he left. I don't think that has as big of an impact of like Aldon Smith. Guy was a generational talent, Hall of Fame player, and they gave him chance after chance, and then he squandered his career away. And then Brandon Aiyuk, he squandered his money away, squandered his career away. And I know the injury was there, but maybe he's fed up because of the injury. But man, weird situation. Then Reuben Foster, second pick of that 2017 draft. He was a first-round pick. Thought he was going to be unbelievable. Always injured, and then the legal domestic dramas. So, man, yeah, I think Aldon's probably the worst one out of those. But the Niners have had some fucking trouble with players. And remember Bruce Miller? Bro beat up a grandpa. Unbelievable, man. Julius says Purdy is literally the GOAT at pump fake. This fucking pump fake was crazy. That was amazing, man. Purdy's been balling. And then George Kittle called him a Jesus Christ lizard. The lizard that runs on the water. God, I love Kittle, man. What's up, Mikas? What's the update on Jacob Cowing? Hamstring is not getting better as fast as they wanted. Hopefully. Kyle Shanahan said last week that when he's ready, we'll let you know. That's basically what he said. When he's ready, we'll let you know. He's not ready. So, yeah, Colin Kaepernick did smack Aldon's girl. I mean, he took his girl, that whole situation, he crashed out over a girl. But other than that, he also did have like alcohol problems, and he was always DUIs. Like that was bad. But yeah, him and Colin Kaepernick, Alden Smith and Kaepernick, man, they had a fallout. That was crazy. Um, Thank you for what you do for us fans. No doubt, Matthew. Appreciate you. Yo, shout out to all the fans, man. There's no way his hamstring, dude. From what I heard, from what I read, Hurst, he's hurt his hamstring. He's like messed his hamstring up multiple times this year. It's pretty bad. I think Matt Barrows posted that. Think Valdez will play this year. I don't know, man. I really want Sebastian Valdez to play. I thought he was going to play. They ruled out Jordan Elliott today. I mean, obviously, it was like a last minute. They probably didn't know Jordan Elliott was going to be ruled out today until the game started, and right before the game started. But regardless, man, you call up Sebastian Valdez twice this season, and both times he's inactive, man. Play. You got nothing to lose. The defensive line couldn't get any pressure. They should have played him. I think they should have played him. So. Nick says, based off the Colts' performance against the Seahawks today, how are you feeling against next week's matchup? It's not going to be easy, man. Colts played really good. Defense is still good. I know they've got a lot of issues here and there. They've been a good team this year. They've kind of fallen off a little bit. Phillip Rivers played good. He was rusty. 5 years of rust, man. I mean, he was probably like, give him a little oil there. Next week, he's gonna be better. Phillip Rivers is gonna be better, and he balled. He balled, man. Shout out to Grandpa. He's not even Unc. He's Grandpa status. Like so. I think it'll be a good game. Indy's tough. They're a good team. This is a must-win game for them at home. Backs against the wall. I think it's going to be a hard game for the Niners. Can the Niners win? They can. But I think it's going to be a tough game. I'm just going to say that. So is Ricky going to be all right? He'll be all right. But, you know, he re-aggravated his PCL. We'll see what the results of the MRI say tomorrow. But I think he's going to be fine, man. I feel bad for Ricky because he is a good player, but he just can't stay healthy, man. Like, I do want to say that I hate to throw this label on him, but he kind of seems like he's injury prone. I love the guy, though. I love the guy. How did Alfred Collins do? I didn't really see him do much. He got his first start, so that's cool. It is what it is. Shout out to my boy, 49ers Media in the house. I met 49ers Media, my son. Everybody thinks he's my son. I met my boy, 49ers Media today. We got to get him on live later. Dude's tall. He's a tall Indian boy. I was like, damn, I know I'm short, but this boy's tall. So shout out to my boy. We linked up before the game. It was pretty cool. We got some pictures. It was cool, man. Good to see media. After all these years, I got to see my boy. It was pretty cool. KB's 1 yard short of 500K. Come on, man. I thought he had 500K. Nick Wagner posted he had 500K. And then he tweeted on my post like, nah, man, I'm 1 yard short. Come on, man. He should have got the 500 yards. He'll get it next week. Just drop a little screen pass to him so he can get his 500K bonus. Niners still haven't found a Jimmy Ward replacement. I feel like Upton Stout will be eventually. He's still young. I see some of those traits in him. He's a good young player. I think he'll be there. It's going to take time, but Jimmy Ward was so good. He was versatile. He could play safety, nickel, outside, corner. He's a versatile player, man. It took him a long time to get to that point. Years of injuries and, roster switcheroos. And Jimmy was a dog, man. I loved him. It's going to be hard to find a guy to, do exactly what he did. Good stuff. Trade for Justin Jefferson. Oh, my God. Can you imagine, Tej? Beast Mode says, Rivers' NFL health insurance was about to expire after 5 years. That's why he came back to reset. I saw that post. Somebody was saying that. So, after 5 years after you retire, your NFL insurance, it vanished. You have to, it's gone. So bro has 20 kids, right? He has a bunch of kids. He's probably like, I need some insurance. Go back to the league, reset the 5 years of his NFL insurance because he got back in the league. That's a savage move right there. But he also reset the Hall of Fame clock. So once he goes back into the league, he's not eligible to go into the Hall of Fame until 5 years again after he retires again. So he lost his Hall of Fame candidacy. He'll get it back, but he got his insurance. So shout out to him. Sometimes you just need the insurance. Kind of a smart guy there. I honestly, I love the Phillip Rivers story, man. It's a great story. I really wish he would have beat Seattle. It was so fucking close, man. He almost had him. He had him on the ropes. Yeah, good for him and his family. Thoughts on the Bears offense? The Bears are low-key nice, man. Ben Johnson's really transformed that team. I think it's going to be tough to take them down, but it is in Levi's, and that's what's going to help us. We got the Niners home fans. The crowd is going to be roaring, and the Niners defense, You got to make some adjustments. I love Salah. I got to trust him with my life, but that is going to be a very difficult game. We played the Titans today, so I know we're all hyped up. We got a win, but you got to remember, Niners defense they got beat up pretty bad today. You know, again, they had a lot of injuries, but it didn't look good against the Titans. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I am a little worried when we play Chicago, but I'm not worried about that game yet because that's 2 weeks away. We got to focus on Indianapolis first. Yeah, it's gonna be stuff. Niners are good in primetime, Fernando. Actually, they haven't lost in primetime this year, so that is great. And Caleb Williams, primetime game, man. The spotlight's going to be on him. He might crumble under pressure. That's what my expectations is. But shout out to everybody out there. Love you guys. Appreciate you. You know, I know everybody supports the page and everybody comments, likes this, that, and they share all the content. I love that. But it's always cool to see everybody. I saw a lot of people today. And even on the VTA, man, get on the VTA. I saw this dude, Jake, met him. He's like, we're sitting down. I pull up. He goes, "Are you Roger? You are?" I was like, "Yeah." So we just had a cool, chill conversation. So I love about running this page. I love posting. I love, doing all the stuff and do it. But honestly, just going to the games and talking and meeting everybody and saying that's to me is my favorite part. I just meet so many people. And on the VTA, it made the ride go by quick. And, so shout out to Jake if you're watching. It was a good conversation on the VTA about the NFL season and stuff. So I love this page, man, and got into all this. So it's always nice to talk to everybody. So Niner fans, everybody's happy. We're 10-4, man. Crazy. So I hope we meet too, Golden Nugget. So who got hurt on the defense today? I think Chase Lucas did initially. There was a couple like small tic-tac injuries around, but nothing major. Well, again, the only injury reported after the game was Ricky Pearsall. So we'll see tomorrow when Kyle does his little media presser, not presser, but media. He talks with media on Mondays. So we should all be happy about being 10-4. El says the Rams still worry me. I mean, I know a lot of people are worried about the Rams. Just not worried about them because if the Niners play them anywhere, it's a home game. But they do have a good offense. I can't sit there and take them. It's not that I'm going to take them lightly. I don't know. I feel like this season's weird. Like, I feel like it's set up for the Niners to win. Everybody's falling apart. Micah Parsons just got hurt. That sucks for the Packers. That's going to weaken them. The Niners could beat the Packers now. The Rams, they had 2 injuries today. Now, hopefully Puka's good and Devontae Adams, but they're hurt. They might lose to Seattle. And if Seattle beats them and the Niners win out and they get the number 1 seed, imagine getting the number 1 seed and you get the road to Levi's Stadium in your own home. I don't know, man. And then the AFC, a lot of weird stuff's going on there. We don't have to worry about Patrick Mahomes. AFC is wide open, and I really don't feel like there's a strong team. Although Buffalo today, after beating the Patriots, that was a huge win for them. They kind of feel like they're like, okay, this is December, getting close to January. Let's step it up. So I'm not too worried about teams in the AFC, but you never know. But Niners defense definitely needs to get better, but it's a crazy year, man. It's a crazy year. My boy Don says he's worried about the Bears more. I can see that. Bears are good, but it's a rookie quarterback, or not a rookie head coach. He's bound to make a mistake here and there. And Caleb Williams, I don't know. We haven't seen him in the playoffs. Will he cook? I don't know. Big games? Is Caleb built for big games? We don't know yet. So, kind of crazy that Mahomes and Parsons both tore their ACL. I hate that, man. I mean, I was happy. I was so happy that the Chiefs lost the game, and they lost. They didn't make the playoffs. But as bad as as much as we can't stand Mahomes for taking out the Niners. You don't wish ACL tear on anybody, no matter who it is, man. That's shitty. But it's kind of crazy. I said it. I texted it out to one of my boys as soon as it happened. I was like, dude, is he really trying to mimic Brady? And he said, what do you mean? And then the post came out, and I knew it. So 3 rings and then an ACL tear. Brady, 3 rings and an ACL. Patrick Mahomes, 3 rings, then an ACL tear. Actually, that's fucking crazy that he did that. That's crazy that he actually he's truly following the footsteps of Tom Brady, man. I hope Patrick Mahomes gets better. I really do. He's a great quarterback. You don't want that on anybody. So it definitely wasn't their season. But, as much as we can sit here and talk trash on Mahomes, this man gets hit. Like, I think teams were like coming at him to like take him out. I could feel like teams were really coming at him this season. They always do. But this year in particular, he was getting fucking shellacked out there. So I do feel bad for the guy. It is a weird year. Haha, Josh Allen will cook us in the Super Bowl. Maybe. Raj Kyle turned 40. Was it 46 or 40? Yeah, 46 today. Yeah, shout out to Kyle Shanahan. Got a birthday dub, man. Good for him. Good for him. Shout out to the Niners getting a win on Kyle Shanahan's birthday. That was good, man. You think we can win the next 3? I think we can. It's not going to be easy, but we have 2 home games, and that's going to be a big factor in those last 2. Colts game's not going to be easy, but I think we can win. I do. I think the Niners can win. These are our 3 toughest games of the year. It's really going to tell us what we're made out of. So, F the Chiefs. Glad they ain't it. I'm glad the Chiefs aren't in it either, man, because even if they're a bad year, they're just dangerous, right? But they didn't have the refs helping them this year. Yeah, let's see. Kyle should be front runner for Coach of the Year. He really should. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. It's unfortunate, man. Are we for sure in the playoffs? We haven't clinched yet, but I mean, we got a shot. If you look at the NFC standings, the Lions, they lost, so they dropped behind us. The Dallas Cowboys they're pretty much eliminated. They got one more game to lose. And I think Philadelphia pretty much is going to clinch probably next week. So Niners are right there. They just got to win one more game most likely, and they'll clinch it. So Phillip Rivers is going to be sore when he plays the Niners. That's a good point, JX. This is his first game in 5 years. He's probably like, whoa, damn, oh my God. 44 years old. First game in 5 years is crazy, man. Defense is iffy. I agree. Can we get a Kyle to play at quarterback versus Rivers? That'd be funny. We got to make some calls today. Make a few calls and call the night here. You think we'll get picks or another wide receiver for Brandon? I mean, I don't think we're going to trade him because it's not that we don't want to. I just don't think there's a trade market for him. Like, who's going to willingly trade for him? I think teams are going to let the Niners drop him, and then some team will circle and say, oh, let's see what he can do here. There's no way the Niners trade him. So if you trade him, maybe a 7th-round pick, you're not getting nothing for a damaged goods. And a guy that, yeah, I mean, you saw all the stuff that's happened. I just don't think he has trade value. So the Niners are going to have to wait till June 1st, cut him, and some team will come and swoop on him. If they trade him, I'd be shocked. So we'll see what happens. Aiyuk will be a commander. He probably will be. Did he get sacked today? Did Phillip Rivers get sacked today? I mean, I wasn't watching the game. I mean, I was following it on my phone because I was at the Niner game. But did he get sacked today? I don't remember seeing that. What do I think about Fernando Mendoza? Happy for him. Happy that he got the Heisman Mendoza. Good for him. That's good for him. That's crazy for that program, Indiana. It's crazy for them. Good for him, man. He deserved it. Call Defo. We'll call him. We'll call him later this week. Warner back for the ball. He stumbled on a play. Okay. So he did get sacked. That's pretty nice, man. Against the Seahawks defense, he didn't get sacked. That's crazy, man. Yo, shout out. I'ma call. Yo, Grandpa Rivers, bro, you almost did it. You almost did it. Now, I don't need you to do it next week because we got a game against you. Listen, good luck. Welcome back, bro. Like 40 Club. I know how it is being in the 40 Club. Bro, it's going to be sore. You're going to be sore tomorrow. But I wish you would have got that win because you ain't getting a win next week. We're going to ruin your comeback tour. You should have stayed on the couch because the Niners are coming for blood. It's not going to be easy. I know it, but listen, Grandpa. Good stuff today. It was nice to see you coming back and proving that you still got it, man. Hell of a performance. I thought you were going to win that game, man. Shouldn't have thrown that pick at the end. You should have went for the first down. But who am I to tell you? You're a Hall of Fame quarterback, man. Nothing but love, Phillip. We're coming for blood next week. Have a good one, man. Rivers, ladies and gentlemen. Primetime Grandpa. Grandpa Rivers. Oh, man. He did throw that pick. Oh, man. Let me. I don't know if I want to call this guy, but this number is no longer in service. Please dial again. Oh, that was Brandon Aiyuk's number. I guess number's not in service. The number I had, Brandon Aiyuk's not in service. Oh, I was just gonna call him and wish him happy victory Sunday, but just didn't. Ooh, okay, let's do. Do I do fantasy football? I do. I'm in the finals in 2 of my leagues. BA didn't. BA's phone. I mean, it's not good. Not good. Oh man. That guy's something else, man. Oh Jesus. Oh man. Try again. Let me call again. This number is no longer in service. Please hang up and dial again. Oh, that man is done. We haven't heard from him in months. Kyle Jennings, since he hasn't. I gotta call Kyle, bro. Kyle. I call BA. Number's not even working. You tried. I know, bro. How long have you had his locker's dusty? He's got spider webs in his locker room. In his locker. That's crazy. He's got spider webs in his locker. Kyle, can you send the janitor to clean his locker? He said, "Don't." There's a sign that says, "Don't touch." That's crazy, man. You voided his contract. Clean that locker out, Kyle. This man has spider webs in his locker, Kyle. Hey, man, happy birthday, Kyle. Nothing but love. Got to win. 10-4. You should be the coach of the year. But I need you to clean that man's locker, man. If it's got spider webs, that's a problem. Because what if it lays eggs? What if there's a spider that lays eggs and then it goes into like Ricky Pearsall's shoes, and then the spider eats his. Ricky Pearsall, something like that would happen to him. So can you please just get those spiders out? All right, man, coach. I love you. Happy birthday. Have a good night, man. Happy victory Sunday. This man has spider webs in his locker because he hasn't been there that long. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Oh, shit, man. That's crazy. Unbelievable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Niners. The Niners got the dub tonight. I mean, was it perfect? No. Offense looks great. As it should have against the Titans. They need to tighten up on defense, but overall, good stuff. They got 3 tough games on the stretch run. But that's it for tonight. I love y'all. I hope you have a good one. Victory Monday tomorrow. Look forward to all that content. I'm going to end the stream on YouTube, but I need to go on Instagram and get my boy Media here. So stay tuned on Instagram. We'll stay alive for a few more minutes, but shout out to the YouTube family. Love you. Much love. Go Niners, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.